Hello, Training Tribe member. You are magnificent, awesome, fabulous, and spectacular. It is indeed my honor to have the privilege of working with you. So here we are in the studio today looking at the programming for this third week of November, which is the third month in our endurance emphasizing training block. So this week will begin on Monday, the 16th of November, and I've got the workout on my monitor here that I'm going to refer to so I can take you through this. I believe this video will be slightly briefer than the last couple, if that helps you out. And also, what's going to be happening this week on Tuesday the 17th, we'll be conducting our master class at noon Mountain Time. And that's actually going to be a live a video workout where we're going to do workout B, which we have for this week, and go over all the technique and kind of work with each other. So come dressed out and ready to roll. We'll take about an hour. The workout won't take quite that long, but we'll do some extra stretching at the end and talk about all things health, fitness, and awesomeness. And what I'll be doing in lieu of using equipment-based cardio in the accessory component of that exercise is just taking you through kind of a calisthenic or movement circuit. So just some fun stuff. I want to try to mix it up and hope you can make it. Now, as we get right into the programming for this week, we have a workout A, a workout B, and a KPI test. And so the KPI stands for Key Performance Indicator, and we're going to be talking about that in a moment. But this week with the workout A and workout B, we're going to use flexible scheduling of the sessions. And so your goal or assignment is to try to get 1 to 2 workouts of the A in and also workouts of the B. Up to you, depending upon how your schedule allows for that, and then one time on the KPI tests. So workout A, without further ado, you're going to start out with a very brief warm-up doing a super slow tip and touch or flamingo exercise 10 times on each leg, and for this one don't alternate, do them all on the same side. So what you'll do is you'll achieve one leg balance and then slowly tip over with a fairly straight leg and make it all the way until you can touch the floor and extend that back leg, that rear leg, out nice and straight. Don't let it be floppy like this. Really push it out there. And then make sure you have control as you come up and prepare to repeat. It's normal to have a few losses of balance and touchdowns in this. But just do 10 on one side, super slow, then 10 on the other. Now, go right into your free choice aerobic exercise. So this one is going to be any mode at 30 to 60 minutes, all level 1. So just a nice, easy cruise. Then, when you're finished, for the final time in this workout, or the final component of this workout, you're going to do your your strap stretches. So that's using your rigid nylon strap, as we've been doing all week, doing the 4 stretches for straight leg raise, knee flexion extension, the calf pump, and then the quadricep. And if you need to refer back to the video of the first week of November to check the form on that, by all means do. So that's workout A, and the tip or the goal for this week that we're going to be working on is just really try to improve that feel for level 1. How to go easy and steady without seeing a spike in effort. Anyone who uses a heart rate monitor can certainly look at that and correlate a nice steady heart rate. You don't want to see spikes, and you certainly don't want to see anything going over 75% of your maximum, perhaps even a bit less. Okay, now on to workout B, also done 1 to 2 times this week, and this is the one we're going to do in the master class. We're going to start with some med ball activation, this time using the medicine ball 20 times each to do 3 different exercises. The first one, it's kind of a unique way to work the core, and this is the cross bench sit-up and press. It's more like a crunch than a full sit-up. And so what I will do is provide a brief demonstration of that one for you. So you get comfortable across your bench. You may need to add extra padding depending upon how much you have available on your given bench. And then once you're down in a position where, as you can see, my mid-back is fairly comfortably supported by the bench, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my hips up a little bit, and then from there, I'm going to use this press position. I'll go ahead and lean back to the extent that feels like I'm getting a preload on my abs, and then I'll press up and push. So I'm getting that type of a recruitment through the torso, working the abs, the trunk, and the arms in a very unique manner. Sorry for my grunting. So that's the first one, 20 times. Now you go to assuming a comfortable depth mid-range squat position and doing an overhead press, or more of an incline angle on that press. And so how you're going to do that is achieve your squat, and then from there just hold the squat and work on your press. And again, that one's going to be for 20 repetitions, going as high as your shoulder mobility allows you to do. The final exercise is really going to be a great challenge because you're going to lock out overhead with your med ball, and then you're going to do the overhead squat using the med ball. So slightly different hand position than with a bar, and that's just going to look like so, where you're trying to maintain that lockout above. And you can see I've got some work to do, but I think it'll improve over the course of this week. Catching my breath. Once we've got that medicine ball activation done, so that's our preparatory or warm-up work, we're going right into our main set, and these are Big Sammies. Big Sammies are large sandwiches. I know you knew that, of exercise. And so how we're going to do it is we're going to do 25 reps on the bench press, 2 minutes on the dead hang, 25 more reps. That's one sandwich. We're going to do 2 sandwiches or full rounds through that. But how we do it is important. On the first set of bench presses, you're going to select what you consider to be a medium weight. Then you're going to use what we call rest pause technique. I'm going to show you what that looks like. So let's say I'm going for 25 repetitions on the bench press, and I have what I think are medium weights for me, and these might be a little bit light, but hopefully don't fault me for that today. And then so you lay back and you kick up the weights. That's a typical technique that we've been practicing. And then from there, what you're going to do is bench press. Now let's say I'm not going to be able to easily get 25 reps continuously. I'll just do a rest pause. And so when I start to fatigue, but before I'm failed, I'll just stop and hold in the lockout position. That's the easiest. You could hold down here. It's a little bit harder because you have more tension across your muscles, but you can decide what you want to do. Then, once you've gathered yourself, do some more reps. And you continue in that manner, pausing and resting, and then re-repping until you get your 25. So that'd be your first set. Then, once that's completed, you immediately, without rest, jump under your bar and do your dead hang. So now with the dead hang, our goal is 2 minutes, and we're going to use what I call getters, as in get ye some, or actually get ye 2 minutes of this in this case. So let's say you're hanging until you start to feel fatigue, and then instead of taking a rest pause where you'd rest in the exercise position, in a getter, you just take a complete break, shake it out, and then keeping track of your time, whether you're counting or looking at a clock, go for another bout until you amass 2 minutes. So that's the meat of the Big Sammy. And then when you go to the other slice of bread, the backside, now you're going to select heavy dumbbells, and that rest pause is probably going to have more rests and pause in it, but you'll get your 25. So 2 rounds of that. That's the Big Sammy in workout B. And then, then for your finisher, your accessories, we're going to do 10 minutes of free choice aerobic activity at level 2. And so that's 2 is that medium, that moderate intensity. And we want to actually just have a nice sweat fest at the end. So 10 minutes isn't too long, but it's strong. In our master class, as opposed to say, hey, go for a run or jump on a bike or what have you, we'll actually do a level 2 effort with our calisthenic circuit. So that's what's going to happen there. Goal for the week in the B session is to really try to recover rapidly between movements and minimize your rest breaks. And so that's just a byproduct of all this training that we've been doing that you have been crushing. Now, the final thing to think about this week is the KPI test, and we're going to use those familiar measures which we have been using all fall. So that is the 5K run, and then it is max push-ups in 1 minute, max time on the dead hang, and then max time in the lunge positions, isometrically held both right forward and left forward. Something different though, instead of trying to run your best 5K time, what we're actually going to do is we're going to run that 5K at level 1 and use more of a subjective rating of progress. So what I mean by that is just see how easily and steady you can dial in and cruise through a level 1 effort, without any increase in effort or undue fatigue given the conditioning that you have been building. So you can do your 5K anywhere, and with this one, we're not really going to create that score where you take your time and you subtract the other items. We're just say, okay, run the 5K and just feel that low, slow cardio mojo, as I like to say. Now, what we want to look at here again, I just temporarily lost my screen. We're going to do the max push-ups 1 minute, as many reps as you can get. You can take rest pauses in that as you need to, but you're probably going to find that it's going to go up. With the dead hang as well, you're going to push your time out there to the land of El Jefe, shall we say, and he knows what I'm talking about. And then with the lunges, same thing. Your fatigue resistance is going to be outstanding. And so we're going to do these tests. How I might put the week together if it was me is I might say early in the week, hit workout of the week A, maybe snag the KPI test in the middle and then hit the B. Another option might be to get 2 of each through the week and then hit the KPI on the weekends. Totally up to you, but just have some fun with this. And also, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out to me via email or through the T2 forum, which I really think is going to provide us with a great format for conversation and content as we move along. I'll be putting in some of my data from this week's KPI test because I think I'm going to crush my times on those exercises. Okay, enough said. Thank you so much for being a member of the tribe. You are indeed awesome, magnificent, spectacular, and fabulous, and I really appreciate you. Coach Jay-Z signing out until next time.